After the road trip of a lifetime, this is where we landed. Richmond, Indiana. A modest 700 square feet. Drop ceiling, sketchy wiring, messy, cluttered, disorganized. No tools except for what I'd found at garage sales. Everything I owned was in storage thousands of miles away in the middle of the Pacific Ocean on Maui. I had a few months before everything arrived, and I was exploding with ideas, so I did what I always do. I got to work. Time to build that road. The road to changes. Bubbling with energy from the road trip. We finally had a home, and what a great feeling it was. It was time to just jump in there and start making it my own, start getting it right, getting rid of the clutter, getting rid of whoever and whatever was in there before. The energy had to go. I knew what was hiding behind that drop ceiling. It was a wonderful, open, vaulted space that would one day become white, bright, beautiful, and a little mecca for creating art. But first it was tear it down so we could build it back up. The space had its issues. Again, I said it was disorganized. It certainly was. That scatteredness had to go. It was to strip it down. The classic tear it down to build it up. So that's what we were doing. The trick was, normally I'm tooled up. I got the kit. I got the answer for every little problem that would come our way, but that wasn't the case. Everything was in storage. It was on a boat, probably, when this video is being filmed, slowly making its way across the Pacific Ocean. So, to be frugal, we just picked up a little kit, tiny little kit of tools from garage sales. Nothing too major. I didn't want to invest, right? We had everything. So we did it with the bare bones minimum. A screwdriver, a crowbar, a little drill, maybe a couple other things, but that was it. First was just get rid of this crud on the ceiling that literally didn't need to be there. Well, it served somebody's purpose. It kept the place warm, but I had other ideas for the space. That ceiling you're saying didn't need to be there. It was not structural. It was just in the way. It was sagging, crusty looking. It didn't fill you with inspiration to I want to come in here and make some art. So what do? Rip it down, start blank, freshen up the canvas. Yeah, it was messy, but it was satisfying just to get it back to that square one and put your mark on it, make it better, make it your own, transform it into a functional studio that can start cranking out work. And trust me, a year from now, a couple years from now, you'll see videos that this channel's pumping out, and it'll be fun to see the journey that's happened. And here I am, just ripping it out with a crowbar, basically, and a little bit of elbow grease. Power tools would have been great, would have sped up the process, but satisfying, to just overcome it with just your will. Smash out a little aggression, tear out a board. And I wasn't going to just waste all these boards and throw them in the dump. I actually took every single nail and screw out of them, stacked them in a nice, neat little pile, and I've been reusing them throughout the studio for various things. A little bit of bracing in the studio, this and that's, but it's in my nature to conserve, And you can see that garage door opener was just mounted. You can see it shaking there, just mounted crappily to the ceiling. Now we had to rip the ceiling out, so a new support beam or brace had to go in to hold that garage door. But you can already see the space just opening up. Look at that, it looks twice as big. Still the same size, but now it's got a view. It's got room to breathe, and that's a great feeling every time I walk out into this space. after putting in that elbow, that swing, that grease. And yeah, just rewatching this. This is funny. Yeah, I didn't have any tools. I had a hacksaw, and I couldn't rip that board out because it was going to hit the garage door opener. So I cut through that board with a hacksaw. Not an efficient way to cut wood, in case you're wondering, but we did it anyways, and it got out of the way. So praise be. And we're nearly there. We're almost to the goods arriving and the organization and the fun beginning. Just a little bit of denailing and stacking the wood prettily. Prettily is not a word, I'm sure, but let's go with just efficiently stacked wood and ready to be reused and repurposed in our getting fresher space. It's got a vibe. It's got a feel. Gives me the feels. Maybe you get a little bit of satisfaction watching the old progress happen. The nails fly, the boards drop, stacked, swept up, cleaned, organized, ready. The eagle has landed, my friends. The goods are here. Somewhat organized, but it's time to make it efficient. We need to grease the wheel. Lube the cog is what I was going to say, but get her ready. Everything, my shelving and cabinets were flat packed, so we had to undo them and get them together, but we had tools now. Thank the good maker, which made this process far more enjoyable and faster, tad more efficient. Definitely is just satisfying to watch this over again and retrace it, feel the steps again and see the progress. It does feel really good to have it all come back together. And to be completely frank, what you're watching right now, just the initial unpack, rebuild, organize, is just phase one. Eventually, probably within the later portion of this year, we'll get to insulating the ceiling, covering it, make it so it's just a white dome of creation, do some lighting, we're going to get heat in here, and who knows, but it's going to get drastically different than what you're even seeing right now. And just to be a cozy little home at the home not far from home. But getting it organized is step one. And step two is get to work because the show is coming.
Maybe the one thing you could really use is some encouragement, some positivity, some hope. Well, we got that going on big time on Keep the Faith with Penny. Guests are coming in, more of your phone calls, more of the perfect music to go along with whatever it is you're going through. Be listening. With Penny. Guests are coming in, more of your phone calls, more of the perfect music to go along with whatever it is you're going through. Be listening. thing you could really use is some encouragement, some positivity, some hope. Well, we got that going on big time on Keep the Faith with Penny. Guests are coming in, more of your phone calls, more of the perfect music to go along with whatever it is you're going through. Good listening.
This is where I'll create the museum show. All the pieces, the new ones, will be created and made here in a modest 700 square foot studio. It's not big, but it's mine, and it's way more than enough. I can get a lot done in here, and yes, I am ready. Honestly, starting over isn't about having everything. It's about having what matters. The renovation took a few weeks. Now the real work begins. I have 6 pieces left to finish for changes. Maybe more. In June of 2026, this work goes on the museum walls. The road isn't easy, but it's the right road. Next episode, I'll show you what I'm creating right now. The pieces that will fill the Richmond Art Museum. This is the road to changes, storage unit in Maui to the new studio here in Richmond to the museum show. If you want to watch it all come together, please subscribe. The next 6 months are going to be one heck of a ride.